rescued by Walsh after it went behind Brown. Jalen on the pull-up from 15. Taken down by Cogwood. The Hawks have won 12 consecutive games. Their longest home court winning streak in over a decade. 2015, the last time they reeled off 12 in a row. Onyeka on the bounce. Jalen against Shireman. Spins and hits.
Good to see the Hawks strike first. Again, Jalen Johnson wants to understand that Shireman can't stop him from getting to the spot where he can get up and elevate and knock down a shot.
Shireman kicks it back to Garza. Little hiccup, but now cuts it to Jalen Brown. To the streaking Walsh, who lays it in.
And good dive by Walsh. Onyeka did a good job of cutting off.
Even at 2. Heel waiting in the corner as the Hawks run their activity at the top. Jalen now draws Walsh defensively. Here's Dyson spinning to the middle. He gets an and one opportunity. And now Daniels looking to complete a three-point play. A little long in the rebound to Walsh. Dyson had but 6. The last game he played in Boston on Friday night. Jalen moves in, tries to bump Dyson out of the way. Gets caught in the paint. Now Shireman has it at the top. Over the top, stolen by Onyeka. 2-on-1 with CJ. Back on the bounce to the rim breaker.
Bob, this is a team in the Celtics that rarely turn the ball over. If you're the Hawks, you want to turn them over and get into transition. That's one of the things that's going to help this team, especially out the gate.
White uses the Garza screen. Luka gets it in tight, shoots it over the rim, but a foul is called on C.J. McCollum.
Early off, easy offense. So far, we've seen all 3 of those. Hawks have come out with a really...
As you see, a 76% foul shooter. 2 good games against the Hawks up in Boston, 11 in each, but only 4 when he was here with the club back in November. There's 2 for Garza, and to the 6-4 game in C.J. Over the timeline. Quick burst of speed on Walsh. Kicks it back to Jalen. Onyeka, plenty of room to operate against Garza. Nikhil's runner. Onyeka knocks it to the corner. White saves, and here comes the Boston Celtics. Clinch the playoff spot with that win in Charlotte yesterday. Steal. Oh, hold everything. James Williams says it's
a jump shooter. Don't let him get straight to the cup.
Pull up for White to tie the game.
Yeah, tough basket by White. One of those guys that does a good job. It's a nice mid-range game.
Jalen. Got to keep that hot hand going early. Shoots over Garza and connects.
And nice recognition by Jalen Johnson. Realizes he's got Luka Garza out there on the island. Doesn't have to get to the basket. Pulls up for the jumper. Knocks that one down.
White in the middle. Hawks have come out hitting 4 of their first 5. Garza high against the Cogwood. Dyson fights over the screen. Brown gets inside on Onyeka. Good challenge. Rebound to Jalen Johnson. Boy, that was excellent defense by Atlanta. CJ in transition. Brown the rebound. The Celtics with a rare running attempt. Garza lays it in.
A nice move by Luka Garza. A little bit of a dead leg to try to throw Onyeka off.
Dyson Daniels gets into the paint. Back his pass intercepted by Walsh. Hawks turn it for the first time. Out of bounds to Atlanta.
Nice active hands by Nickeil Alexander-Walker early. He's turned this Celtic team over.
CJ bumps into Garza, banks it home.
Nice
first 2 for CJ.
Nice move.
It is 10-8 Atlanta. 8:02 to go in the first quarter. Walsh in the corner. Gets it back out to Garza. Luka looks to spin to the basket and lays it home. Luka Garza with 6 early points for the Celtics.
Realize he's got a smaller player in McCollum that he could get downhill and just use the sight against him, put him in the paint.
10-10, 7:45 in the first. CJ to the corner and Dyson. Hawks look to go to the goal again. One of the big keys for Atlanta, of course, is breaking the paint, and Dyson did that superbly. He's got 2 buckets for 4, and the Hawks are up 12-10. Jalen hooks it back. Garza feeling himself here early. Here's White from the foul line. Long rebound to Onyeka. 12-10 Hawks. Atlanta's hit 6 of 8 to start with. Rebound Shireman. Baylor with a head of steam. Garza goes to the reverse.
Luka Garza coming out. First quarter.
Here comes CJ at the other end. No whistle. Brown the rebound. 12 aside. White on the bounce. Shireman, the lefty loads up. Rebound Atlanta.
This pace favors the Hawks because typically Celtics want to play a half-court style of basketball. Right now, getting up and down is something the Hawks want to do.
Onyeka Euros inside but can't connect. White in transition. Celtics play at the slowest pace in the NBA. Brown lost the handle, and it's out to Atlanta, bringing first lead at 14-12. Here is Jalen. Finds a little crevice. Dyson to Nikhil for three. Also in the game for Atlanta, or rather for Boston, is Amari Williams. As they are down Tatum and Kata up front. Peyton Pritchard gets bumped. No call. Celtics bench is upset. Nikhil leaves it for Jalen. Steps into the three. Pulls off.
Nice pass by Nikhil Alexander-Walker. Allow Jalen Johnson to walk right into that three.
First three of the night for Jalen Johnson, and that's the first three of the night for either team. 15-14 Hawks. Brown has his pocket picked. Dyson Daniels waits. Goes up. Glass and no. And the rebound to Boston. Jalen coming right at Onyeka, and a foul on a Kongwu. For his last 5 games, averaging 32.6, and he's gone to the foul line in those 5 games 63 times.
You heard a lot of other players as he knocks down that first.
Percent of his threes in those 5 games, as you see those numbers at the bottom of your screen. He goes to the line about 7.5 times a game. Moge jumps in to get the rebound. 15-15. Gabe Vincent over the top to Jalen. A step on Hauser. Takes him up and he gets blocked by Boston's Amari Williams. Celtics looking to run. Jalen Brown all the way. Tapped in by Williams. Amari Williams.
Because you understand, he torched us the last game of Boston.
Dyson Daniels lays it home.
Yeah, bully move by Dyson Daniels was able to get Williams on his shoulder.
20-17 Boston. Peyton Pritchard coming over the timeline. Kuminga now is the man on Jalen Brown. Pushes him aside, fires.
You cannot give Brown that much airspace.
5 shots already for Jalen. That's his first make. 22-17 Celtics. On the middle, Moge flies in. Since that red-hot start, now 9 of 21 for 43%. Peyton Pritchard over now to Jalen Brown. Kuminga in there defending. Jalen spins off of it. And Kuminga comes back to block it. And the ball's, here comes Nikhil right down Peachtree and off the rim. Hawks down 6. Peyton Pritchard coming over the timeline. Goes over to Gonzalez. Hauser fumbles it. Taken away by Gabe Vincent. Hawks looking to push. Gabe gets to the middle. Gabe goes to the basket, lays it home.
Assists in that first quarter. That last game against Boston, we only had 23 assists.
8 a quarter, give you 32 if it stays that way all night. Onyeka gets the dunk. The Red Rutgers got 2 dunks, and he looks like the Onyeka of old.
And we talked about that in the opening, how he can impact this game. If they're going to have a smaller guy on him, you have to make them pay.
Pritchard at mid-floor with Kuminga on him. Luka Garza. Here's Sam Hauser. 3-point threat. Pritchard can shoot from anywhere. Kuminga's on it. Tracks him into the paint. Challenges it. Blocks the shot. Boy, Kuminga's made a huge difference defensively. Kongwu gets to the middle. Now Dyson Daniels. 10 on the shot clock for CJ. He drills a 3.
He didn't hesitate.
34-30 Atlanta. Biggest lead for the Hawks in this game. Off the glass by White, who jumped back in illegally.
Yeah, he got away with one.
Hauser. And we've got a whistle, and the shot clock was reset, I believe.
Methodical.
Derek White is the trigger man from the sideline. Peyton Pritchard puts up a runner at the end of the shot clock and missed it. Ricochet had the rebound, lost it. Kongwu has it. Now to Kuminga. Hawks are running. Jonathan sidesteps his way in and lays it home.
And again, Bob, the Hawks are out and running. You finish up a good defensive possession, get that in, you're out and running. Great attack by Jonathan Kuminga.
9-0 Atlanta run. Here's Pritchard. Hawks go up by 6. At the top, Luka Garza. Hawks extend the defense with Ricochet. Derek White drives in. Couple of fakes, couldn't move a Kongwu. And Wall stepped out of bounds. Sam comes up to that 3-point line where he's so deadly. White fires and misses. And we got a loose ball foul on Atlanta.
Couple of blocks, rebounds, and then you saw that finish in transition.
Dyson Daniels head up on Peyton Pritchard. So Peyton getting Dyson or Kuminga as a defensive assignment so far. Peyton looking to drive, head down, pull up from 12 is good.
Yeah, that's tough. He's a shot maker because, again, Dyson was able to stay right in front of him. Pritchard just had a good shot there.
Pritchard went 13 for 23 against the Hawks in Boston. Off the mark is a Kongwu. And 3-point shots faded on him a bit here in the recent weeks. Spin move by White and a reach-in foul on entry to White. Garza screens. Gets it back and fires. He hits a three. Garza's got 11.
And he's come out and he has definitely put his imprint on his game early.
36-35 Atlanta. Onyeka. JJ.
Pass.
Onyeka gets it to go. All kinds of congestion under the man.
Hill on that cross screen.
CJ, good job cutting off the back door. Now it's White at mid-floor. Okongwu switched out on him. Derek White wants to take him. Can't get the shot off. Now to Pritchard. Guarded by Daniels. Payton goes in. He can't shoot. Walsh for three. Ricochet, great cover. Contested three, no good. And the rebound belongs to Okongwu. Throws it back in, but the Celtics have it. Over to Walsh. He'll take it up and off for the foul.
Good defensive
Tough break
possession
there for Atlanta.
Good defensive possession for the Hawks.
Haven't played in 6 consecutive games until the Hawks rolled into town. Let's pause now for this word from our third-year man out of Arkansas. 38-36. He's got both free throws. Gabe Vincent. Now to Keel and JJ. Work the two-man game. It's going to be Naw. Over to Okongwu. Now to Gabe for three. In and out. Rebound JJ. In the paint. Can't squeeze the shot off, though. Ricochet gives it back. On the corner. Here's Nikhil. Putting it up and off. Rebound. Boston. Walsh. Over to Hauser. Lets it fly for three. No good. Rebound White. Back to Hauser in the corner. Here's Pritchard driving on Ricochet. White for three. Rebound Atlanta. Nikhil moves in. Kong for three. Not there yet. Okongwu 0 for 3 from three. 1 point Hawks lead. White. Walsh. Ricochet boards. Hauser knock it away. Over to Okongwu. Our other two in Nikhil. House in the house for Jalen. They bring the double team and a foul.
Guys, that's been key. Fielding less predictable, changing pace, direction with intention. We're seeing that tonight.
Stick together. 41-37. Here comes White. It is tipped. The last instant by Charles Bassett. 41-39. Hawks have been winning the possession battle so far for Kuminga. Corner three for Kuminga. Rebound to Keel. He gets pass over by Bassett. Entry pass to Nikhil Alexander Walker. He's now it's Kuminga. Short clock to Keel. Kuminga. Short clock to Keel. Kuminga. This is Bassett and Training can't to shoot. Here's Bassett and Training can't to shoot. Here's White's first three-pointer. And Boston goes back on top. 41 Celtics with 5:55 to go. Celtics with 5:55 to go. First Nikhil. Off the screen. Nikhil fakes. Off the screen. And again, Bassett is there for the block shot. Bassett is there for the block shot. It goes up.
Impressive plays by Bassett. Hill tried to freeze the defense. He comes up with yet another block.
Contracted March 15th. Then they signed the rest of the season. Jonathan, transition, challenges, Bassett gets top the shot, no good. Boston. Here is Jalen. He scores a couple of threes. Bassett, got that over the top. He misses. Rebound shot. He's got 13.
Rebound by Shire.
45-43 Boston. Kuminga wants to drive. Gets better. Can't score. Goes. It's good. Again, no call. Contact. 45 aside. Pritchard at mid-floor. Nikhil gets back to it. Pritchard shoot. Goes to the corner. Shot. Hit the side of the glass. Nikhil down. Kicks to the corner. Daniels. fun. We have 48-45 Atlanta. Luka Garza. Off the dribble. Is there to claim it. Back to Luka. Good hands by Jalen. Jalen to Keel. Finds a Damian. Gets the paint. Good challenge by White. Defensive guard. And a terrific shot. 48-45. Thought about the three. Over the top to Garza. Good pass by Luka Garza. 48-47. 3:08 in the second quarter. C.J. McCollum. Had some success early. Onyeka trying to find a range from three. And we got foul on Boston. Nikhil went flying.